safety briefing is done. Now it's time to welcome on to poolside your officials. Let's give them a warm round of applause, all our volunteer referees and officials. Now introduce you to your referees for this afternoon. Your lead referee this afternoon, Mr. Terry Green, assisted by Gary Johnson and Liz Saban. Our start this afternoon is Simon Corbett. And we're thrilled to have with us as well the Derbyshire ASA President, Mr. Paul Hopkinson, this afternoon. Before we move on to racing, just going to hand over to Matthew.
Everyone at Swim England East Midlands was deeply saddened to learn of the recent death of Elsie Rush. Elsie, a member of Works Up, was a volunteer in swimming for more than a quarter of a century. Alongside her husband David, she was a massive part of the Nottinghamshire County Championships, Midlands Championships, East Midlands Championships and many national championships as well. Elsie was never fond of the limelight and hardly ever took credit for her work. But whether you knew her or not, if you've been involved in swimming in Nottinghamshire or the East Midlands in the last 25 years, you've almost certainly benefited from her contribution. Please join us in a minute of applause to celebrate the life of Elsie Rush. Thank you very much. Thank you.
bouncing the... Take your marks.
And into the wall then to complete heat number 1. It is Martha Blake of Corby, 5:01.95. Just outside her entry time. Scarlett Humphrey then finishes in second place. We'll wait for that time to be recorded. And let's make some noise for Rose Webb out in lane 6. She's got 2 more to go. Scarlett Humphrey's time, 5:23.61. Just outside her own entry time of 5:21 as well, but a very good swim. And I've just been informed that for the S11 category there, Scarlett Humphrey has just set a new British record by 5 seconds for that 400-meter freestyle in the S11 category. So huge congratulations to Scarlett Humphrey.
Clear the pool by the sides, please, swimmers. Clear the pool.
What a way to start the afternoon with a new British record here at Harvey Haddon Sports Village. By 5 seconds as well. Incredible swim from Scarlett Humphrey there of Loughborough University. Heat 2.
Take your marks.
So flying through heat number 2 then. The fastest entry here is Eva Gallagher from Corby, 4:54.01. Gallagher in lane number 4, but our leader at the moment, lane 7's Bronte Easy of Bassett Law. Going very well out in lane 4 as well is Eve Gallagher, the yellow hat of Corby, but also Isabel Rose still going well in lane 2. Those three out in front of the rest of the field. Easy gets her feet over quickest in a 3:39.45. Into the final 50 meters we go then. And Bronte Easy in lane 7, fighting hard, but that yellow hat of Eve Gallagher in lane number 4 coming back strong as well. Bronte Easy's entry time, 4:55.79. And Bronte Easy swimming as a 13-year-old out in lane 7. Here comes Eve Gallagher of Corby. Going to be inside is Bronte Easy's time of 4:55. But it is Eve Gallagher who takes it, 4:51, Easy 4:52.07. And Eve Gallagher's entry time of 4:54 taken out as well with a 3-second improvement on that swim. Third place goes to Isla Cudworth. I think it's possible. Heat 3.
Take your marks.
Here we go then with heat number 3. Caitlin Richmond of Repton in lane 1. City of Leicester's Naya Vernon in 2. Hannah Bruce of South Links in 3. Vida Coulson representing Northampton swims in 4. Bassett Law with Iona Watson in 5. Lane number 6 is Thorpe Williams of Northampton. Megan Blair in 7 for Colville. And Worksop's Mia Lever is in lane 8. You can't do anything. It'll come. You keep working, it'll come, honestly. Brain block. How do I find? I just want to find individual ranking, individual best times. So a real close run thing. In heat number 3. Hannah Bruce leading the way for South Links in lane 3. Vida Coulson there or thereabouts as well, as is Caitlin Richmond of Repton in lane 1. So just past the halfway mark then. And still lane number 3, Hannah Bruce leads from Vida Coulson. Caitlin Richmond in lane number 1, now being pursued by Naya Vernon in lane number 2. These 4 out in front at the moment, and definitely Bruce and Coulson in the running to take heat number 3. Megan Blair looking really good out in lane 7, as is Alexandria Thorpe-Williams in lane number 6. Mia Lever not too far away, as is Iona Watson. So the battle for 4th place really hotting up. Coming to the latter part of this 3rd heat then. And Hannah Bruce in lane number 3. Looks like she is indeed pulling away from Northampton's Vida Coulson in lane 4. Naya Vernon in 2 now has got herself into 3rd place ahead of Caitlin Richmond. And Megan Blair in lane 7, she's contending for that 3rd place. 50 meters remaining then for our leader. I think heat number 3 is pretty much wrapped up. Hannah Bruce, entry time of a 4:53. She should be well inside that. Vida Coulson herself comes in on a 4:52.8. And barring a disaster, she will be inside there as well. Naya Vernon holding on to 3rd place, and in fact pulling away from Caitlin Richmond and Megan Blair. Megan Blair now looks to have got herself into 4th place as Hannah Bruce stops the clock with 4:43. 9 seconds, in fact 10 seconds ahead of her entry time. Vida Coulson in 2nd and Naya Vernon of the City of Leicester 3rd. Heat 4.
Take your marks.
A third of the way through these heats then for the 400 free. Isla Fairhurst of Worksop in lane 1. City of Lincoln Pentaqua with Alice May Downs in 2. The City of Leicester in lanes 3 and 4. Ava Steens in 3 and Ivy Lowe in 4. Isabel Tagg of Nova Centuria in lane 5. Rasheen Power of Derby Phoenix in 6. Bassett Law's Eve Monaghan in 7. And the second Nova swimmer in heat number 4 is Olivia Tagg in lane 8. Early stages of heat number 4 then. And City of Leicester in lanes 3 and 4 leading the way. Avi Steens in 3 and Ivy Lowe in lane number 4. Isabel Tagg of Nova in 5, there or thereabouts, as is her sister out in lane 8, Olivia Tagg. So the quickest swimmer in heat number 4 is City of Leicester's Ivy Lowe with a 4:50.5. So at the midway mark, Ivy Lowe's from a 2:23. So Ivy Lowe at the midway mark, on pace to get inside her entry time. Easier said than done though on the second half of a 400. Second place at the moment looks like being Olivia Tagg out in lane 8, who has come from 4th up to 2nd, ahead of her sister Isabel Tagg in lane 5. With Ivy Lowe in 4th place, so Ava Steens leads. Ava Steens' entry time was 4:51.9. .75 meters remaining then for Ava Steens in lane number 3 at that latest turn at the boom end of the pool. Olivia Tagg continues to hold on to 2nd place, but Isabel Tagg and Ivy Lowe still in pursuit, and indeed Ivy Lowe looks to be trying to force her way in front of Isabel Tagg in lane 5, but Isabel Tagg holding on to 3rd currently. Who's going to get the feet over first? It does look like Isabel Tagg, yes, but by only about 0.2 of a second in front of Ivy Lowe. But Ava Steens from strength to strength in heat number 4. 20 meters to go for Ava Steens. Remember, her entry time, 4:51.9, the entry time of Ava Steens. She's going to be easily inside that 4:51, 4:47.3, so a 4-second improvement on her entry time. Olivia Tagg finishes 2nd, and Olivia Tagg's entry time was 4:52, so 2 seconds inside her entry time for Olivia Tagg, and her sister Isabel finishes in 3rd place, 4:53.04. Heat 5.
Take your mark.
Heat 5 underway then as they come to the 50-meter turn. Isabel Rafferty, Bassett Law in lane 1. Northampton's Holly Hale in 3. Molly Bradley of Nova in 4. Chesterfield's Daisy Tatlow Turner swims in lane 5. Lane 6 belongs to Amy Palmer of the City of Lincoln Pentaqua. Louth with Alicia Smith in lane 7. And Bassett Law's Tate Fox is in lane 8. Quarter race distance completed at the scoreboard end this time. And Amy Palmer is going to turn first in front of Louth's Alicia Smith. Molly Bradley turns in 4th, 3rd rather, just ahead of Daisy Tatlow Turner in lane number 5. But any of those 4 athletes in lanes 4, 5, 6 and 7 still in contention in heat number 5. So the qualifying times for the National Winter Championships, the Swim England National Winter Championships. If you're born in 2009 or younger, you're looking for a 426.5. 425.0, 2007, 2008, and 2006 and older, you're looking for a 4-minute 24. So the 200 mark has been and gone, and Bradley, Tatlow, Turner, and Palmer leading this one. Tatlow Turner turns first, but only by 0.3 of a second from Molly Bradley. But Holly Hale in lane 3 has swum that last 20 meters in quite impressive fashion. She gets herself in second place. These three now away as Amy Palmer tries to hang on in lane number 6. And in that last 50 meters, Holly Hale has gone from 3rd to 1st, leading heat number 5. So when they get to the wall this time, there will be 100 meters remaining. Miscalculation, there'll be 50 meters to go at this turn. As Holly Hale continues to dominate, Daisy Tatlow Turner in second place, and Molly Bradley in 3rd. Holly Hale's entry time was 4:47.9. And she's going to be well inside that 4:47 with 10 meters to go. Keep your eye on the clock. 4:47 was the entry time, and Holly Hale stops the clock at 4:43.2. Tatlow Turner 4:45.7, and Molly Bradley 3rd with 4:48.1. Heat 6.
Take your mark.
And away we go again then. The 6th heat in the water out of 12. Lily Grace Belfield, Chesterfield in 1. City of Leicester's Chloe Morley in 2. Isla Conuralp in 3 for Repton. Florence Senior in 4, City of Leicester. Grantham's Lucy Willits in 5. Olivia Mail, Derby XL, lane 6. Corby's Elisa Giraud in lane 7. And Paige Bagshaw of Nova Centurion in lane 8. "100 meters down then. And the early leaders are the two swimmers in lanes 4 and 5, the fastest on paper. Florence Senior in 4 and Lucy Willits in lane 5. you'll be aware that these heats are all spearheaded, meaning that the fastest qualifiers are in the center 2 golden lanes, gradually working out to lanes 1 and lane 8. And we've got a beautiful spearhead formation in operation in heat number 6 as Lucy Willits turns from Florence Senior. Olivia Mayo going very well. Derby XL swimmer in lane number 6. But Lucy Willits now edges herself in front. Lucy Willits then continues to lead, but picks second place out of the next 5 swimmers. I think it may well be Elisa Giraud in lane 7, but a lovely turn in lane 6 from Olivia Hale as well. Olivia Mail, rather. And Mail and Giraud now applying some pressure to Lucy Willits in lane 5. Great underwater work again from the Derby XL swimmer in 6 and the Corby athlete in lane number 7. And after that 25 meters, it does appear that Giraud from Corby got her feet over first, and now she hits the front. Lucy Willits with a brilliant turn there, hits the front once again, and she's fighting hard. Willits in 5, Mail in 6, and Giraud in 7. Lucy Willits in lane 5, then is going to turn with 50 meters remaining. And she holds a fractional advantage, 0.3 of a second over Olivia Mail. Olivia Mail goes to another gear, and that stroke rate increases in lane number 6. And a definite shift of pace sees Olivia Mail turn absolutely simultaneously with Lucy Willits in lane number 5. 15 meters to go. Lucy Willits in 5, Olivia Mail in 6. Willits seems to have edged herself back in front. After a to and fro battle, Lucy Willits takes heat number 6 by 0.2 of a second over Olivia Mail, with Elisa Giraud in 3rd and Chloe Morley 4th. 4:40.0 the winning time. 3 seconds inside Lucy Willits' entry time. What a race for heat number 6. Heat 7.
Take your mark.
Heat number 7 then well underway. Caitlin Leach of Radford in lane 1. Lincoln Vulcan's Emily Talks in 3. Matilda McGrath lane 4 from Derby Excel. Worksop's Amy Walker in lane number 5. Nicola Mikowska of the City of Leicester in 6. Nova's Phoebe Benyon goes in 7. And lane 8 belongs to Evie Lilly of the Lincoln Vulcans. Quarter of the race down then. And the leader is Amy Walker. Worksop swimmer in lane 5. Being pursued by Mikowska in 6 and Benyon in 7. Amy Walker then continues to build on her lead. But Nicola Mikowska in particular is not going away lightly. And Phoebe Benyon trying to hold on to the bootstraps of the swimmer in lane number 6 from the City of Leicester. Walker from Mikowska from Benyon. Emily Talks in lane 3 is in 4th place, being chased by Matilda McGrath in lane number 4. Evie Lilly going well out in lane 8 as well. And Caitlin Leach of Radford working hard in lane number 1. Amy Walker then with a stranglehold on heat number 7. Phoebe Benyon fighting hard and has made inroads into 2nd place, trying to get ahead of Nicola Mikowska. And she's only a 1/10 of a second behind the swimmer from the City of Leicester. But Amy Walker looking comfortable. So Amy Walker then turns once again at the scoreboard end, and she maintains her lead. But Phoebe Benyon now is in 2nd place by herself, and that causes Nicola Mikowska to look for that extra gear as well. Walker then leads, 50 meters remaining. Phoebe Benyon beginning to pull away from Nicola Mikowska and indeed beginning to catch Amy Walker. But as she left it a little too late, 25 to go then. Amy Walker in 5, Phoebe Benyon in 7. 15 to go. It looks like Amy Walker is going to hold on, but Phoebe Benyon is coming back strong in lane number 7 into the final 5. Amy Walker will hold on, but great swimming from Phoebe Benyon and Nicola Mikowska to take 1, 2, and 3. 4:37.69 the winning time. And that's better from Walker by 2 seconds on her entry time. Phoebe Benyon also goes inside her entry time of 4:40 to take 2nd place. Another incredible heat here at these East Midlands Regional Short Course Championships. Heat 8.
Take your marks.
So heat 8 in the water, 25 meters down already. Let's have a look at our athletes in this one. Effie Chapman of Nova in 1. Corby's Philippa Cutmore in lane 2. Then Repton in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Amelia Atkinson in 3. Olivia Graham in 4. And Sadie Llewellyn in lane 5. Northampton with Maddie Walden in 6. Summer Charita of Repton in 7. And the City of Leicester's Sophie Lane in lane 8. So 100 down then, and our early leader is Maddie Walden of Northampton in lane 6. So what a first 150 by Maddie Walden. She's already got clear water between her and the rest of the field. The next closest swimmer is Philippa Cutmore of Corby in lane number 2. And then pick the bones out of the 4 or 5 swimmers battling for third spot in this one. So while heat number 8 continues, bit of a desperation plea really. We are currently drastically short of officials for tonight's finals, and if we don't get some extra volunteers, then unfortunately we won't be able to license them. So we need qualified officials to come forward urgently, please. The session is only just over an hour long, but please, please, please make yourselves known if you are a licensed official. Don't worry if you've not got kit. A t-shirt will be provided, but if you can help out at all for this evening's finals, then we are in desperate need. Please make one of the officials or the events team in black aware. So Maddie Walden then in lane 6. Northampton continues to dominate heat number 8. Philippa Cutmore in 2, currently in 2nd place. And 3rd place looks like being Effie Chapman in lane number 1, but it could easily be Sophie Lane out in lane 8 as well. And as they pass my commentary position, it does look like Sophie Lane in lane 8 from the City of Leicester is fractionally ahead. She is of Effie Chapman by 0.3 of a second. Summer Charita in 7 going strong as well. And trying to fight her way back is Olivia Graham in lane number 4. Maddie Walden turns once again in lane 6. Continues to look strong. But I tell you what, Philippa Cutmore in lane number 2. And Effie Chapman in lane 1 now coming back strong, as is Sophie Lane in lane 8. So these 4 all in contention as they head down the last 25 meters. And Effie Chapman looking to try and take 2nd place away from Philippa Cutmore, but the winner is going to be lane 6, Maddie Walden of Northampton. Effie Chapman, what a swim from lane number 1 for Nova Centurion, and Sophie Lane of the City of Leicester takes 3rd spot. 4:36.9 the winning time. Heat number 9.
Take your marks.
Great start from the blocks by Emily Parkins in lane 3 in that green hat of the University of Nottingham. We'll see how this pads out. Lane 1, Ayla Coletta of Repton. Northampton's Lana Webb in 2. The aforementioned Emily Parkins of the University of Nottingham in lane 3. Sasha Zeus of Nova in 4. Leicester Sharks with Sarah Dew in 5. Ornelette of Northampton in 6. Lane 7 belongs to Francesca Hallam-Stott of Nova and Grace Grindrod of Northampton in lane 8. So just past 100 meters then, 125 gone as they turn this end, and there's nothing between anybody really. Emily Parkins still going well in lane 3. Lane 6, Ornelette up there, as is Francesca Hallam-Stott in lane 7. And if I was a betting man, I'd be putting my money on one of those three to get the feet over first at this scoreboard end. And it is Ornelette in lane 6, fractionally ahead of Emily Parkins. But look at that scoreboard. 5 athletes, in fact, 5 athletes all in the 140 points as they turn at the 150 mark. Parkins at the moment looks to have got herself fractionally ahead once again for the University of Nottingham. But no, Ornelette's feet still over quicker, hitting that wall, hitting that timing pad. But this is really anybody's heat, this heat number 9. Who's going to take this one on and switch to another gear? Who's going to increase that stroke rate, go to the legs and try and make a move? Well, Emily Parkins looks like she's taken that on board, and she will turn first at that latest scoreboard end. Very long with her stroke, Emily Parkins, trying to pull as much water, making sure she gets that catch just right, because unless you get that catch right, there is no water to pull. Really good last 50 there, though, from Lana Webb in lane number 2. And Webb and Parkins. Parkins 3:24.52 ahead of Lana Webb 3:24.75. But Sasha Zeus now 3:24.79. Sasha Zeus, who swam the 1500 last night and knocked a minute off her personal best time to gain a national qualifying time for the Winter Championships. "50 meters to go as they turn at the wall this time, and Emily Parkins continues to lead. Sasha Zeus continues to try and pull that deficit back. And Sasha Zeus now, you can see that stroke rate has increased, and Zeus is into second place. Parkins continues to lead. Lana Webb is still there or thereabouts in second as well, but Emily Parkins will turn for home first. Emily Parkins' entry time, 4:34.1. Can Sasha Zeus make up the difference, or will the strength of Emily Parkins and the experience hold on? And she will. Emily Parkins, 4:30.2. Sasha Zeus follows up her 1500 swim last night with a 4:31.2, and Lana Webb in third. The affectionately known Emalai Parakin smashes her entry time to take the heat. Sasha Zeus, a great swim in second place, and Lana Webb, 4:33.63, takes third place. Heat 10.
mark.
Away we go again then. 7 swimmers in this one. Lane 1, Abby Tunnicliffe of Derby XL. Corby's Bo Cunningham in lane 2. City of Leicester's Kiara Reeder in lane number 3. In lane 5, it's City of Leicester's Jessica Lines. Emily Louise Riach in lane 6 for Nova. City of Leicester's Jessica Oxley in 7. And Jennifer Walker of Bassett Law in lane 8. So we're getting into the heats where we're now starting to think about those Swim England National Winter Championships qualifying times. Swimmers born in 2009 or later are looking for 4:26.5. Born in 2007, 2008, looking for 4:25.0. And anybody born in 2006 or older, their qualification time is 4 minutes, 24 seconds. And there are a number of athletes in this heat who will be looking to try and better their entry times and pick up those national qualification times for the Swim England Winter Champs. So Jessica Lines does lead from the City of Leicester in lane 5. That's the 150 mark. Jessica Lines is looking to try and secure that 4 minute 26.5. She comes in on a 4:28.5, so she's got to try and find a 2-second improvement in our entry time. But the way she started makes that look very doable. Halfway, and she clocks 2:10 at the halfway stage. So she gives herself 2 minutes 16 to try and come home in to get that Swim England National Winter time. She's looking good for the heat, but looking good in lane 3 is Kiara Reeder as well. Jennifer Walker in lane 8 and Jessica Oxley in 7 also going strong, as is Abby Tunnicliffe in lane number 1 for Derby XL. And Jennifer Walker in lane 8 is coming back like a train, but also I mentioned Abby Tunnicliffe and Kiara Reeder in lanes 1 and 3 respectively. They're not out of this one either. 150 to go. Jessica Lines looking very comfortable, very strong. Jennifer Walker, it turns in second place. From Abby Tunnicliffe in third in lane 1. Kiara Reeder battling still in lane number 3. $100 to go. Jessica Lines then, the City of Leicester, in the center of the pool. Jennifer Walker in lane 8 now, in second place outright. Abby Tunnicliffe third, and Kiara Reeder currently in fourth place. Jessica Oxley battling hard in lane number 7 as well. Remember, we're looking for 4:26.5 for Jessica Lines, and she's going to turn with 50 meters to go. Jennifer Walker closing the gap in lane number 8. 26 seconds to do 35 meters. Jessica Lines then with 20 meters remaining. 15 meters, 4:25.6 is the time she's looking for. It's going to be oh so close into the final 5. Can she get there? 4:25.61. For 4:25.61. So she needed 4:26.5, did Jessica Lines, and she's clocked 4:25.61, which has booked Jessica Lines a place at the Swim England National Winter Championships, unofficially, of course, at this stage. On to Heat 11.
Take your marks.
So yes, obviously anything I read out up here is unofficial, but when we get that ratified, that should see Jessica Lyons book herself a spot at the Swim England National Winter Championships. So congratulations to her and to her mum, who's been going mad up here. On we go to heat number 11 then, the penultimate heat. Lily Freeman, lane 1, Derby XL. Janie Finch, lane 2, City of Leicester. Repton's Clara Guinness in 3. Holly Gent of the City of Leicester in lane 4. Loughborough University in 5 and 6. Evie Hans in 5 and Julia Kulik in 6. Repton's Sana Lafalier in lane 7. And Northampton with Phoebe Adams in lane 8. A 100 meters completed at this turn then. And Janie Finch of the City of Leicester just behind Clara Guinness by 0.05 of a second after the first 100. And Clara Guinness of Repton will turn first after 150 meters. Lane 6's Julia Kulik of the University of Loughborough is in second place. And Holly Gent in lane 4 from the City of Leicester currently occupying third. And in fact, Gent may well have got her legs over first at that latest turn. They approach the wall this time at the scoreboard end to reach the midway point of Heat 11. .20899 then for Guinness. Guinness first, Kulik second, Gent in third. So Guinness continues to lead. Nothing between Kulik and Gent in 6 and 4 respectively, with Kulik just ahead. Another Loughborough University student though in lane number 5, Evie Hans, is hovering dangerously just outside the top 3. So 250 gone. In fact, sorry, my mistake, 300 gone. They're in the final 100 now as Clara Guinness continues to lead. The battle for second hotting up. Still Kulik in lane 6. I told you to keep your eye on Evie Hans as she begins her assault on the top 3. And she's going to be very close to entering that top 3 at this latest turn. Final 25 meters upon us. And barring a miracle from lane number 6 and Julia Kulik, Clara Guinness will look to be taking this from Kulik. Third place now outright is Evie Hans in lane 5 as Clara Guinness comes in for Repton, stopping the clock at 4:22.27, just outside her entry time. Second place to Julia Kulik and third, Evie Hans, both from Loughborough University. Our final heat is heat 12.
Take your marks.
Final heat underway then. Francesca Harrison, City of Leicester in lane 1. Loughborough University in 2, 3, and 4. Jessica Smelt in 2, Lucy Parsons 3, and Lucy Fox in lane 4. Repton's Holly Hibbert in 5, alongside her teammate Lydia Caudle in lane 6. The City of Leicester's Alyssa Lowe in 7, and lane 8 belongs to Kezia Titterton of the University of Nottingham. So currently leading is lane 4, Lucy Fox. European Junior Championships, 5th place in 2024 in the 200 fly. And she's dominating this final heat. Midway point of heat 12 then, and Lucy Fox turns 2:02.3. Fox's entry time 4:06 dead. So she's got 2:04 to come back to try and get inside that entry time. Second place currently Lucy Parsons in lane 3, just edging out her teammate Jessica Smelt. So it's Loughborough University 1, 2, and 3 at this point in our final heat. Nice battle developing in lanes 5, 6, and 7. Holly Hibbert in 5, Lydia Caudle in 6, and Alyssa Lowe in 7. Lydia Caudle, only 15 years of age in lane number 6, mixing it with the big guns in this final heat of the 400 freestyle. But Lucy Fox taking this field apart. So Lucy Fox's entry time is 4:06. And in terms of her year of birth, she only needs 4:24 to get in those winter championships, and that should go without saying. Let's see how close she can get to 4 minutes herself. She turns with 50 meters to go. Second place after the final turn is Lucy Parsons in lane 3. Jessica Smelt in 3rd. Lydia Caudle coming back strong in lane number 6. But Lucy Fox comes in to take the final heat. Going to be outside that 4-minute mark. Can she get inside her 4:06? Just fractionally outside the 4:06 as well, but a great swim from Lucy Fox. Lydia Caudle swimming very hard, but 2nd and 3rd are going to go the way of Loughborough University. Lucy Parsons takes 2nd, and Jessica Smelt in 3rd place. So some great 400-meter freestyle swims from our girls. Now we move on to the announcer's nightmare. the splash and dash 50-meter freestyle for the open male swimmers. Event 302, the open male 50-meter freestyle, heat 1.
Take your mark.
So due to the speed of this event, I'll simply be reading names rather than clubs. Lane 2, Owen Johnson, Repton. Lane 3, Riley Hamer. Lane 4, Daniel Street. Matthew Tompkinson in 5. David Samarara in 6. And Max Davis in 7. 15 to go then in heat number 1. And it's lane 4, Daniel Street, battling with Riley Hamer. Who's going to get the touch? It's going to be Daniel Street, 25.39.
Clear the pool one side, please, swimmers. Clear the pool.
Heat 2.
Take your marks.
Robbie Duff in 1, Gabriel Corbett 2, Oliver Jones in 3, 4 is Ian Nath, 5 Isaac Ebanks, Oliver Horn in 6, Finn Underwood in 7, and Dylan Nightingale in 8. Into the final 10 meters, and Ian Nath representing Corby is going to take this one, 25.17 the winning time. For the 16-year-old from Corby, Isaac Ebanks second, and Dylan Nightingale in third. Heat 3.
Take your mark.
Oliver Garner in 1, William Newham in 2, lane 3, Marcel Bazic, Stanley Jones in 4, Sebastian Casey in 5, lane 6, Henry Jones, 7, Arthur Blacklaws, and Corey Butterell Quambra in lane 8. Into the wall they come, and it's going to be Stanley Jones. Jones from Henry Jones. And third place to Sebastian Casey, 25.36 takes it. Heat 4.
Take your mark.
Andrew McGurk in 1, Finn O'Neill in 2, Lyndon Johnson in 3, lane 4 is Chon Chang, Bradley Holland in 5, Eden Saint in 6, Harry Mead 7, and lane 8 Daniel Heppelston. Final 10 then, and it's Chong Chan in lane 4, battling with Lyndon Johnson. Who's going to get the touch? It is Chan, 24.73. Two athletes there breaking the 25-second barrier. Lyndon Johnson second and Bradley Holland in third. Heat 5.
Take your mark.
As they surface in number 5, Zachary Jones in 1, Ben Barnes 2, Logan Day in 3, 4 is Eli Myers, 5, Jake Adams, Morgan Farrar in 6, lane 7 is Leo Taylor and Joseph Greaves in lane 8. 15 to go then, and this one's anyone's. Could be Myers in 4, could be Farrar in 6, but it looks like being Logan Day in lane 3. It is 24.62. Myers in 4th place with Morgan Farrar in 2nd. In fact, joint 3rd there, joint 4th as it works out. Look at that then, 24.87 for Farrar and Greaves, 24.92 for Myers and Taylor. 0.3 of a second separating the top 6 athletes. Heat 6.
Take your mark.
Dan Broker in 1, Ruben Hubinger in 2, Lane Keyworth in 3, lane 4, Thomas Boyd, Aman Tethi in 5, Zachary Drayson 6, lane 7, Finn Arnold and Jake Battle in lane 8. And Aman Tethi in lane 5 with an advantage in this one, but going well in lane 7 is Finn Arnold and Sam Broker in 1, but it will be Tethi from Brilker and Finn Arnold, the 1, 2, 3. This time coming down, 23.86, first swimmer under 24 seconds we've seen today. Heat 7.
Take your mark.
Kyle Merriweather in 1, Harvey J. Alsop 2, lane 3, Evan Hawley, Tyler Coles in 4, lane 5, Henry Knight, William Tonks in 6, lane 7, Cole Angel, and Sebastian Ebanks in lane 8. So who's this one going to? It looks like being lane number 4 is going to get the touch. Ignore the scoreboard, that's obviously from the previous heat, but lane 4, I do believe, got the touch. It is lane 4, Tyler Coles. There is confirmation, University of Nottingham, Tyler Coles from William Tonks and Henry Knight, 24.07. Heat 8.
Take your mark.
Alexander Laurie in 1, Noah McCall 2, Roman Levchenko in 4, Michael Grachev 5, 6 is Joe Helps, 7 David Bakur, and Seth Gilson swims in lane 8. The yellow hat of Roman Levchenko, Derby XL trying to hit the wall, but look at lanes 1 and 2. Are they going to get the touch? It is Alexander Laurie from the University of Nottingham ahead of Noah McCall with Roman Levchenko in 3rd place. 3 swimmers going sub-24 in heat number 8. On to heat 9.
Take your mark.
Lane 1, Damon Elliott. 2, Jacob Brown. Christian Gale in 3. Maddox Roberts in 4. Zachariah Dale swims in 5. Lane 6 is Jaden Leo. Adam Fraser in 7 and Max Balderson in lane 8. Beautiful underwater work from lane 4, Maddox Roberts. And he's going to take that by a relative mile in terms of a 53. 2nd place is Zachariah Dale and 3rd goes to Christian Gale. 22.19 for Maddox Roberts. Zachary Dale also going sub-23. Heat 10.
Take your marks.
And they surface in heat number 10. Mario Vasconcelos in 1, Ben Hatfield in 2, Thomas Exall in 3, Jacob Whittle 4, Oliver Watts in 5, Laura Roberts-Burrell in 6, and lane 7 is Lewis Mitchell. And it's Jacob Whittle in lane number 4. Team GB Aquatics, Jacob Whittle hits the wall with a 22.23. Former world championship swimmer and Olympian Jacob Whittle takes heat number 10. Heat 11.
Take your marks.
Seeing international swimmers in the pool in that previous heat and this one. Lane 1, Martin Einkopf, Alex Andrews in 2, Ethan Soppit-Moss in 3, 4 is Jacob Mills, 5 Angelo Contini, Adam Metcalf in 6, Sachin Tethi in 7 and Ryan Coles in 8. And Jacob Mills, British record holder, junior British record holder, is destroying the field in lane number 4 from Repton. Jacob Mills stops the clock, 21.90 for Mills. Ethan Soppit-Moss in 2nd and Angelo Contini, the 3rd place swimmer. Jacob Mills, who experienced his first taste of the World Championships this summer as part of the relay team. 21.90, and that concludes our 50-meter freestyle for the open male swimmers. I think we all need a bit of a breather, so we'll go on to the 200-meter breaststroke for the girls. We move on then to event 303, the female 200-meter breaststroke, heat 1.
Take your marks.
So it's a real privilege to be able to see some of these international competitors gracing the stage here at Harvey Haddon. We move on to the 200-meter breaststroke. So 200-meter breaststroke, then heat number 1 underway. Lane number 2, Beth Holton of Calverton and Bingham. City of Leicester's Naya Vernon in lane 3. Lane 4, Charlotte Jarman from Rushden. Corby with Beth Reban in lane 5. And Grantham's Sophie Ward in lane 6. We can bring you the results of the 400-meter freestyle for the girls. The combined multiple classification results: in 2nd place, Rose Webb of Northampton, and champion Scarlett Humphrey of Loughborough University. In the junior event, the 16 years and under, 3rd place goes to Holly Gent of the City of Leicester, 2nd to Francesca Harrison of the City of Leicester, and 1st place Lydia Caudle of Repton. And finally, in the 17 years and over category, 3rd place Jessica Smelt of Loughborough University, 2nd Lucy Parsons, Loughborough University, and gold medal to Lucy Fox of Loughborough University. Okay, let's turn our attention back to this first heat of the 200 breaststroke then. Lanes 4 and 5 leading the way. Beth Reban in lane 5 ahead of Charlotte Jarman in lane 4. "50 meters remaining in heat number 1. Into the wall they come then for heat number 1, and lane number 4, Charlotte Jarman is going to take this first heat. 2 minutes 46.98 for Jarman, inside her entry time by almost 5 seconds. Beth Raban in second place, and Beth Holton takes third. Heat 2.
Take your mark.
So then heat number 2 underway of 5 heats in this 200-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Kayla Godfrey of Repton. Nova's Sarah Vasilevska in 2. Alexa Parker in 3 for Corby. Emma Graham Brown in 4 for the City of Leicester. Maisie Wilkes, lane 5 for Chesterfield. Leicester Sharks with Freya Wingfield Dobbs in 6. Emily Pearce in 7 for Louth, and Grantham's Isla Gray in lane 8. And the early lead in this one comes from lane number 6, Freya Wingfield Dobbs. But after that last turn, Sarah Vasilevska in lane 2 is very much in contention for the lead, as is the yellow hat of Corby's Alexa Parker in lane 3. And indeed, Sarah Vasilevska in lane 2 turns first at the boom end. So Vasilevska in 2, Wingfield Dobbs in 6. These two leading at this stage, but Alexa Parker in lane 3 as well, coming back strong, as is Isla Gray of Grantham in lane 8. So at the moment, it almost appears that Vasilevska's faster going from the scoreboard end to the boom, and Wingfield Dobbs is faster going from the boom end to the scoreboard. We'll see how this one plays out. But Vasilevska just has her fingertips in front, literally her fingertips in front, as they go past 10 meters remaining on this latest length. And I think Vasilevska will turn first this time. She does. 0.3 of a second separate Vasilevska from Wingfield Dobbs. But look at lane number 5 now. Maisie Wilkes fighting hard. Maisie Wilkes has come out of nowhere in lane number 5, and she's now getting herself up in contention with the leaders. Emma Graham Brown in lane 4 as well, fighting hard. And indeed, it is lanes 5 and 6. Maisie Wilkes in 5, and Freya Wingfield Dobbs in lane 6. They come into the final 10 meters, and what a swim this has been by Maisie Wilkes. She wasn't in contention at all at the halfway mark, but she's come back immensely strong to take heat number 2. 2:45.61. Her entry time was 2:48.5. So 3 seconds inside that. Wingfield Dobbs in second, and third place goes to Isla Gray in lane 8. Heat 3.
Take your mark.
Well, I thought I was going to get a bit of a rest doing these 200-meter breaststrokes, but they're just as exciting and invigorating as the 50 freestyles were. So here we go on to heat number 3. Sean Headley, Nova in 1. Lily Rose Carr, City of Lincoln, Pentaqua in 2. Loughborough University in 3 and 4. Anna Farr in 3. And Shola Robinson, lane 4. Nova's Kira Fletcher goes in lane 5. Pippa Hickman of Repton in lane 6. Charlotte Byron, lane 7 for Melton Mowbray. And Louth Maisie Matthews in lane 8. And it's Shola Robinson of Loughborough University in lane 4 taking this one out. Kira Fletcher in 5 and Anna Farr in 3. The next best at this stage. Beautiful turn from Lily Rose Carr in lane number 2 as well from City of Lincoln, Pentaqua. But a beautiful long stroke in lane number 4 from Shola Robinson. She leads at the halfway mark. Robinson from Farr, then Fletcher. And Lily Rose Carr still there or thereabouts in lane number 2. These 4 now have an advantage of around about 5 meters over the next quickest swimmer, who's Charlotte Byron in lane number 7. Then Sian Headley in 1 and Pippa Hickman in lane 6. So they're going to turn for the final 25 meters. And Shola Robinson has led right from the outset of heat number 3. Anna Farr turns in 2nd. Kira Fletcher in 3rd. Lily Rose Carr now begins to shorten her stroke and try and maintain the advantage that she has, but also close the gap on Kira Fletcher as Shola Robinson closes heat number 3 with a 2:34.09. Anna Farr 2nd and Kira Fletcher in 3rd place. And we'll see if that is enough for the final a little bit later on. Still 2 heats to go, however. Heat 4.
Take your mark.
Just another shout out, please, for anyone who's in the gallery who's not helping out or got a role for the finals this evening. We are desperately short for finals officials this evening. If you are qualified, if you are licensed and you can help out the final session, it's only about an hour this evening. If you haven't got a t-shirt with you, we will provide you with one, but if we don't get enough officials, then we cannot license those finals, which means that times won't end up counting. So if you can help out this evening for an hour, it'll be much appreciated. Make yourself known to any of the officials, any of the members of the crew in black, and we'll get you on board. Anyway, let's get back to heat number 4. Lane 1, Holly Ralph, Chesterfield. In lane 2, it's Sophie Statham-Gill, City of Leicester. Repton in 3, 4, and 5. Connie Renard in 3. Mably Collier in 4. And Iona Parsons-Loads in 5. Megan Sung in lane 6 for Nova Centurion. Leicester Sharks, Olivia Faustman in 7. And Ada Morehouse of Derby Excel in 8. It's Isabel Parsons-Loads in lane number 5. Apologies for that error on my part. And it is Parsons-Loads and Collier who are leading this one. So 2:04, then we're on the clock. We've got 25 meters left at this turn. And it is Mably Collier in lane 4, leading from Isabella Parsons-Loads in lane 5. The 2 Repton swimmers going head to head in heat number 4. The penultimate heat of this 200-meter breaststroke for the girls. Trying to get qualification tonight for the final. Mably Collier's entry time 2:27, so she's just outside that, but she does take heat number 4. Isabella Parsons-Loads in second place, and Connie Renard making it a Repton 1-2-3. Heat 5.
Take your mark.
So the final heat then of this 200-meter breaststroke, ready to qualify for the finals this evening. Lane 1, Olivia Anstey of Louth. Maisie Lee Simpson of Repton in lane 2. Neve Dunbar in 3 for the City of Leicester. Loughborough University's Elizabeth Booker in 4 alongside her teammate Asia Kent in 5. Darcy Platt, City of Leicester in 6. Chesterfield's Amelia Denham in lane 7. And Alice Wallinger of Wellingborough in lane 8. Elizabeth Booker taking the final heat by storm. Mark of the final heat. And Elizabeth Booker is absolutely annihilating this field at the moment. Remember, this is all these last few heats are ranked, so that not all the fastest swimmers are in the final heat, otherwise there'd be no point in running the final this evening. So the first of the seeded heats was heat number 3, and then heat 4 and heat 5 equally are seeded. But on current form, Elizabeth Booker is going to put herself in a very, very strong position for the final this evening. So Elizabeth Booker finishes 2:28.34. Coming in second looks to be Darcy Platts of the City of Leicester, 2:38.7. So Darcy Platts could be enough for the final. 0.2 of a second away from a qualification time for English Winter Nationals. And that concludes our 200-meter breaststroke heats. Finalists will be announced very shortly. We now move on to the open male 1500 meters. Event 304, the open male 1500 meter freestyle, heat 1.
Take your mark.
So here we go then with the first of 3 heats of the 1500. Now a lot of people see these 1500s and look to see this 3 heats, which means there's around about an hour's worth of swimming in these 3 heats and kind of go, oh, well, it's an extra break for us as spectators. But I urge you to stay in your seats and encourage these endurance athletes. So here we go then. Heat number 1 of 3. Christians Kupkovs of Daventry in lane 1. Sam Cooper, Long Eaton in 2. Deepins, Oliver Shepherd in 3. Arlo Gilson in 4 for Repton. Nova's Harry Callahan-Wetton in lane 5. Noah Dewsnap in 6 for Bassettlaw. Derby Phoenix with Harry Thomas in lane 7. Northampton's Oscar Venn rounds out Heat 1 in lane 8. Six 60 lengths of this short course pool then is the proposition for these athletes. And we saw last night with the female 1500 meters, unless somebody takes one of these out and then dominates, these 1500s can change all the way through. Early leader was Kristen's Popkovs in lane 1. But now settled into his rhythm is Arlo Gilson of Repton in lane number 4. Gilson comes in fastest in heat number 1, 18:27.2. We saw Sasha Zeus swim last night and knock a minute off her 1500 meter time. Sasha Zeus came in with an 18:30 and swam a 17:31. The 15-year-old from Nova Centurion. And a lot of these athletes won't have swum a 1500 meter short course since last season, and last season's short course will have finished at the end of December. So for some of them, it'll be almost a year since they swam a 1500 meter short course event. And at these sort of ages, 13, 14, 15, 16, they're able to knock huge amounts of time off. So Arlo Gilson going well, but next to him is Oliver Shepherd in lane 3. Third at the moment, Noah Dewsnap, Bassettlaw in 6, and Harry Callahan-Wetton, the final of the first 4 athletes who are making a breakaway. So things to look out for then on these 1500 meters. The swimmers try and stay as long as they can in their stroke. What does that mean? Well, it means they try and keep that hand on the surface of the water and reach as far as they can. Get the catch position right with the hand so that when they do pull, they're pulling their maximum amount of water, engaging their shoulders, their traps, and trying to make sure they're as efficient as they can possibly be. They've just completed 300 meters of this first heat. And Noah Dewsnap of Bassettlaw now finds himself ahead of the field. There'll be very little leg kick on these 1500s, mainly for balance at this stage. They try and keep the legs in the tank for a little bit later in the event. But obviously all endurance-based, all cardiovascular. But the technique very important as well. The underwater work on each turn important. So Noah Dewsnap of Bassettlaw continues to lead. Into second place now in lane 3 goes Oliver Shepherd. Arlo Gilson in third, being chased by Harry Callahan-Wetton in fourth place. And these swimmers nearly have 10 meters between themselves and the next quickest, who is Harry Thomas in lane 7. .400 meters down then, nearing the completion of the first third of this 1500 meter marathon. Quite obviously the longest distance, competitive distance in a pool. The next step after this is open water swimming for these athletes. So when Noah Dewsnap hits the wall this time, he'll see 40 on the lap counter, which means he has completed his first 500 meters. Let's bring you the finalists for the 50-meter freestyle for the open male swimmers. Junior finalists to begin with: Ruben Hubinger of Repton, Seth Gilson of Repton, Sam Brilker, Corby, Ethan Soppit-Moss, Loughborough University, Jaden Leo, Derby Excel, Finn Arnold, Repton, Jake Battle, Repton, Logan Day, Repton, with reserve finalists Joe Helps of Repton and Morgan Farrer of the City of Lincoln, Pentaqua. Dip back into the pool a little bit to see Noah Dewsnap continuing his assault. Arlo Gilson found another lease of life, got himself back into second place ahead of Oliver Shepherd. Harry Callahan-Wetton still there or thereabouts, trying to hang on to the lead in three. Back to the finalists for the open male 50-meter freestyle in the senior bracket. Angelo Contini from Loughborough University, Oliver Watts, Loughborough University, Jacob Whittle from Repton, Jacob Mills from Repton, Maddox Roberts, Loughborough University, Zachariah Dale of Repton, Christian Gale, Loughborough University, and Laurel Roberts Burrell of Derby Excel. Reserve finalists Martin Iankov, Repton, and Adam Metcalf of Loughborough. So Arlo Gilson then was leading to begin with, seemed to drop off the pace a little bit, but he's definitely found another gear after that 500-meter mark. And he's got himself back in front of Oliver Shepherd, who's currently in third place behind Noah Dewsnap in lane 6. Harry Callahan-Wetton still fighting hard. .800 meters remaining, 32 lengths. So the next time that Gilson hits the wall at the scoreboard end, he'll be half race distance. So all these swimmers will be looking to try and see how close they can get to those winter national qualifying times. Born 2009 or younger, they're looking at 17:50. Quite a big ask. 2007, 2008, looking at 17:45. There aren't any athletes of that age in this heat, so everybody's got that 17:50 in their mind. It's going to be a big ask. Arlo Gilson, 18:27 his entry time, but we saw Sasha Zeus knock off nearly a minute yesterday, so who's to say that particularly Gilson, the way he's traveling at the moment, can't get himself close to that 17:50. So Gilson still looking strong. Second place, here's Oliver Shepherd. Harry Callahan-Wetton now coming back on Noah Dewsnap in lane number 6. Callahan-Wetton then could be in third place at the end of this particular lap. He seems to have got himself ahead of Dewsnap. Legs go over first. Gilson in first, Shepherd in second. Callahan-Wetton just in third, I think, at this stage, although it was a very good turn by Noah Dewsnap. But yes, as they pass my commentary position, those two are neck and neck. Let's see who get the feet over the fastest at this turn. With 600 meters remaining, Dewsnap gets over 3/10 quicker than Callahan Wetton. And you know, seeing Callahan Wetton alongside him, that'll give Noah Dewsnap an extra burst. But it'll do the same for the swimmer from Nova. He'll want to try and power past Dewsnap now. Arlo Gilson then beginning to lap swimmers in this first heat. Oliver Shepherd in second in lane 3. Still no dividing Callahan Wetton and Dewsnap in lanes 5 and 6. Although as I say that, Callahan Wetton's stroke rate visibly increases and he begins to pull away from Noah Dewsnap. That's 2/3 of the race complete for Gilson. 500 meters remaining. So Gilson obviously had a strategy in this one. The first 500 building, second 500 he changed pace. Let's see what the race strategy is for the final 500. Shepherd still second, but Callahan Wetton now closing on the swimmer from Deepins in lane 3. Gilson then just saw the 400 mark come up on his lap counter. Shepherd maintaining second place in lane 3. Callahan Wetton now in control of third place and still trying to hunt down the swimmer from Deepins in lane 3. But Arlo Gilson now has 350 meters remaining. So here's the turn then for Arlo Gilson. 300 to go. 12 lengths of this short course pool. Oliver Shepherd still holding on well to second place. Harry Callahan Wetton fighting hard for third. And Noah Dewsnap still not out of things in fourth place in lane 6. Fifth place currently is Harry Thomas in lane number 7. Followed by Oscar Venn in lane 8 and Sam Cooper in lane number 2. Arlo Gilson now with around about a 15-meter advantage over Oliver Shepherd. And Shepherd's been the picture of consistency throughout this first heat. Harry Callahan-Wetton still with his sights set on Oliver Shepherd. Callahan-Wetton now 10 meters ahead of Noah Dewsnap. And he does look to be closing all the time on Oliver Shepherd. So when Arlo Gilson comes back to the scoreboard this time, it'll be 100 to go, and we'll have a little look at the time he's got. Remember, 17:50 is the time he's looking for to secure a Winter Nationals place. And he's currently going to turn the clock 16:44 maybe? 16:44, so he's got 1 minute and 6 seconds to get back on this final 100. It is definitely within his reach. Shepherd turns second, Callahan-Wetton in third. Let's have a look to see if Arlo Gilson does try and exaggerate that stroke with 2 to go. He'll take the bell. And he's got 30 seconds to complete this 50 meters. 30 seconds in normal circumstances for 50 meters is eminently doable. But at the end of a 1500, it's going to be nip and tuck. 14 seconds to come back. It's going to be so close for Arlo Gilson from Repton in lane number 4. 10 seconds to go. I think he's going to be just outside as he puts the hammer to the floor. Brilliant swim from Gilson, 17:51.8. Incredible to say his entry time was 18:27. So 36 seconds bettered on his entry time. Shepherd holds on to second place, and Callahan-Wetton takes third. Both those swimmers going inside their entry times as well. Shepherd and Callahan-Wetton with exceptional swims. Noah Dewsnap stops the clock, 18:25 in fourth place. And he's 20 seconds inside his entry time as well. 34 seconds inside his entry time for Oliver Shepherd. "18 seconds inside Callahan-Wetton's entry time as well. So huge chunks taken off for those three athletes. Sam Cooper finishes with a 19:04. We need to make some noise for Christian's cook-offs in lane 1, Harvey Haddon. He needs all your help to get him through these final stages. 2 to go for the swimmer from Daventry. I want to hear this Harvey Haddon roof raised on the final 25 for Christians. Just get behind him and show him your appreciation. Obviously one of the hardest events in pool swimming. And here he comes into his last 15 meters. Brave, brave swim all the way around from all these 8 athletes. Heat 2.
Thank you, Mark.
So Arlo Gilson, coming as a 14-year-old, he's put his hat in the ring with that 17:51 to compete for the junior title here this afternoon. Still a number of juniors to come though in Heat 2 and indeed in Heat 3. So let's have a look at the athletes in this second of 3 heats. Lane 1 from Louth, William Kite. Kai Alijazi in 2 from the City of Leicester. Deepins James Cash in lane 3. Isaac Ebanks, lane 4 from Derby Excel. Northampton's David Bielawski in 5. Bielawski's teammate Riley Woodward in 6. Repton with Edward Gregory in lane 7. And last but not least, Tyler Shaw of Derby Excel in lane number 8. And well, there are 3 swimmers who have taken this one out at a pretty incredible pace over the first 100. Isaac Ebanks in 4, Riley Woodward in 6, and David Bielawski in lane 5. And that's the order respectively as they hit the wall after 250 meters. Another reminder, please, if you are able to help out at the finals this evening, we are still 5 officials short. And if that remains the case, then unfortunately the finals will take place, but they will be unlicensed. So times will not count on rankings. So please, if you are currently a licensed official and you're not helping out tonight, we are literally begging you to put your name forward for what will be around about an hour this evening, no more. Just have a word with one of the officials or the volunteers in blue or black to help us make sure those finals are licensed this evening. Riley Woodward then hits the front in lane 6. Bielawski in 5 is in 2nd place, and Ebanks lane 4 in 3rd. James Cash keeping himself in the mix as well in lane number 3 from Deepins. So then this event, we've got Edward Gregory as a 13-year-old in lane 7. Tyler Shaw swimming in the 14-year-old age group, as is Kai Alijazi. 15-year-olds are James Cash, Isaac Ebanks. And then the other 3 swimmers, William Kite, David Bielawski and Riley Woodward, all in the 16 years age group, which means they all are swimming in the junior category. So they're all looking for that 17:50 mark as well. And a number of these athletes have already gone quicker than that 17:50. Alijazi, Cash, Ebanks, Bielawski, Woodward, and Ed Gregory right on the 17:50. So looking to build on those times are these juniors. Woodward in 6 and Bielawski in 5. Now pulling away from the field. James Cash has found himself up into 3rd place. And this is the end of the first 500 meters, 40 lengths to go. So a kilometer left. And the 2 swimmers from Northampton, you can see working really, really hard. Trying to obviously outwit each other, but with still 950 meters remaining. Will they be able to maintain that for the entirety of this second heat of the 1500? James Cash looking very smooth in lane 3. Keeping really long with that stroke. Whereas you can see Bielawski and Woodward a little choppier. Stroke rate higher than that of the deep-in swimmer in lane 3. And will that mean that they expend a little more energy in this middle part of the race? Because I tell you what, James Cash is not a million miles away from them. Woodward has been leading for the majority of this first half of the race. Bielawski threatened to overtake him on that final, last 25 rather. But Woodward finds another gear again, and these two are working very, very hard against each other. And James Cash is there or thereabouts, doing his own thing, swimming nice and controlled. Isaac Ebanks continues to occupy 4th place, ahead of Kai Alijazi, City of Leicester in lane 2. Edward Gregory and Tyler Shaw have their own private little battle going on in lanes 7 and 8 as well. And William Kite swimming well, but it's a lonely job down in lane 1. So Bielawski now does hit the front in lane 5. Can Woodward stay with him? And in fact, I mentioned that James Cash might be closing. I think those two are continuing to pull away from 3rd place Cash. 700 meters remaining. Bielawski almost half a body length ahead of his teammate Riley Woodward. And you do wonder whether or not the game plan from those two Northampton athletes was to take it out fast and try and push each other. Obviously, race tactics will differ across the field. But when you've got an athlete that you're no doubt training with, Bielawski and Woodward's the same age category. On paper, Bielawski 5 seconds quicker than Riley Woodward. So Woodward in lane 6 will obviously have something to try and say about that. See if he can get one over on his teammate. There's absolutely no let-up, and the fact that they're managing to maintain this pace and maintain this stroke rate for what has been now getting on for 1,000 meters is nothing short of heroic. James Cash continues to look so serene in lane number 3. Has David Bielawski broken the back of not only Heat 2, but also of his teammate Riley Woodward? Woodward just seems to be slipping away from his teammate. But that is only 2/3 race distance complete. There is still another 500 meters to go, and anything is possible in the final 500 of a grueling 1,500 meter freestyle. Isaac Ebanks continues to occupy 4th place. Kai Alijazi in lane 2, currently in 5th. Tyler Shaw now separated himself from Edward Gregory out in lane number 8. And Gregory trying to hold on to 7th spot ahead of William Kite in lane 1. Clear water now between the leader, David Bielawski, and teammate Riley Woodward. 400 to go. Down to the final 300. David Bielawski going so fast, he's almost swimming out of his hat right now. Look at the distance he's put between himself and Riley Woodward. Woodward himself beginning to lose the swim hat as well. And there it goes. The speed of these guys at the end of a 1,500, enabling them to swim out of their hats. Final 250 meters then for David Bielawski. And what a courageous swim this has been, to swim it in this manner. Nothing short of heroic from the two swimmers from Northampton. The only question I've really got now is not whether Bielawski is going to win this one, but if he's going to finish still wearing that Northampton swim hat. James Cash continues in 3rd place. They were looking very smooth, not being able to close the deficit on 2nd place Riley Woodward, but still a very strong swim from the athlete from Deepings. 4th place Isaac Ebanks in lane number 4. Kai Alijazi continues in 5th place in lane number 2. Tyler Shaw in lane 8, occupying 6th. Edward Gregory in 7th. And William Kite in lane 1, currently in 8th spot. Bielavsky then hits the wall. 100 to go. Riley Woodward as well, now just trying to see whether he can get the best time he possibly can. And Bielavsky, remember, his entry time, 17:38.1. Well, he's going to be massively inside that. He's going to come back to the wall on around about 16:30, I would have thought. And there's the bell. He turns precisely on 16:30, which basically means he's got 1 minute and 8 seconds. So this is going to be a huge improvement on his entry time. Going to be just outside the 17-minute mark rather, but nevertheless an incredible race for the swimmer from Northampton, David Bielewski. 17 minutes, 28 rather. Second to Riley Woodward, 17:10.7. And Riley Woodward himself, 33-second improvement for him. 17:43 was his entry time. James Cash finishes in 17:15. Another huge chunk off for James Cash as well. Brilliant finish there, both from Tyler Shaw and Edward Gregory. Edward Gregory making up a huge amount of distance over that last 100 meters. And William Kite comes in to finish heat number 2. So there'll be a short delay whilst
Clear the pool, please, swimmers.
David
Clear the pool.
and Riley collect their equipment from the pool. The final heat is heat 3.
Take your mark.
Well, draw breath from that last 1500 as we move on to the final heat. City of Leicester in lanes 1 and 2. William Oxley in 1, Jackson Crabb in 2. Saw those two in the 800 last night. Lane 3 belongs to Nova Centurion's David Coyle. Coyle's teammate is in lane 4, Daniel Walker. In lane 5, Loughborough University's Luke Moore. Sam Green in lane number 6 from Bassett Law. Loughborough University's Benjamin Mould in lane 7. And lane 8, Nova's Joel Harvey. A number of these athletes already have secured winter national times. 2007, 2008 swimmers are looking for 17:45. And the 2007, 2008 swimmers in this one, Daniel Walker and Luke Moore. Walker is 16:01 on paper and Moore 16:12. But it's Joel Harvey that leads out in lane 8 after the first 150 meters. Very experienced athletes though in this field. 20-year-old Ben Mould of Loughborough University in lane 7. 18-year-old Luke Moore, Loughborough University in lane 5. 17-year-old Daniel Walker in lane number 4 for Nova. We'll just have to see where these guys are at this point in this first cycle of the new season. But Joel Harvey of Nova Centurion has taken this one out. So early leaders then. Harvey leads, Moore in second, Walker in third. Then Sam Green in lane number 6 occupies 4th place. So the same 4 swimmers still currently occupying those same 4 spots. Luke Moore now maybe fractionally ahead of Harvey in lane 8. Walker and Green, lanes 4 and 6 respectively. Remember, all these guys swam the 800 last night as well. And if you remember, Jackson Crabb in lane number 2 swam a phenomenal 800 meter for the City of Leicester last night. And when you consider that Jackson Crabb is in the 14 years category, being in the final heat here of a regional 1500 meters at 14 is no mean feat. So Moore leads. Walker now second, Green in third. Harvey, a difficult lane 8 to try and hold on with the leaders. So let's bring you the finalists of the female 200 meter breaststroke. Junior finalists to begin with: Alice Wallinger of Wellingborough, Sophie Statham-Gill, City of Leicester, Amelia Denham, Chesterfield, Isabella Parsons-Loads of Repton, Lily Rose Carr, City of Lincoln, Maisie Lee Simpson of Repton, Olivia Faustman, Leicester Sharks, and Maisie Wilkes, Chesterfield. Reserve finalists: Beth Reben of Corby and Sean Headley of Nova. The senior finalists: Darcy Platt, City of Leicester, Connie Renard, Repton, Mabley Collier, Repton, Elizabeth Booker, Loughborough University, Shola Robinson, Loughborough University, Anna Farr, Loughborough University, Megan Singh of Nova Centurion, and Kira Fletcher of Nova. And the reserve finalists: Asia Kent, Loughborough Uni, and Neve Dunbar of the City of Leicester. So these 3 then the quickest 3 qualifiers in this particular heat are clear of the field. Moore still in the lead. Walker staying there with him, and Sam Green of Bassetlaw. Sam Green in the 15-year-old category. Obviously, he's a junior swimming in this one. Moore and Walker both in the senior age group. You may have seen, if you were watching closely, in the early stage of the race, Walker in second position was swimming very close to the lane rope of Luke Moore, trying to use his wave to try and save a little bit of energy. And now that Walker's level or just a little bit beyond Moore, you can see he's gone to the center of the lane a bit more and even over to the far side away from Moore so that Moore can't use that advantage of Walker's wave. Look at Sam Green as well. Sam Green hugging that lane rope close to Luke Moore to try and do exactly the same thing. Trying to use the wave of the Loughborough University swimmer to his advantage to keep in contention. The one thing you notice about all 3 of these swimmers, though, is how long their stroke is. When we talk about swimming long, we talk about that arm reaching forward for the maximum amount of time possible. And also making sure the catch position of the hand is in the right spot so that when they do pull, they're pulling the maximum amount of water possible. A nice high elbow as well. Luke Moore showing that nice high elbow as well as any of those swimmers currently. And basically in the 800 last night, Walker and Moore were neck and neck up to about 350, 400 meters. And then Moore began to pull away in the second half of that race. Well, we are exactly at the halfway point of this one now. 30 to go, 750 meters remaining. Walker seems to be pulling away, but do not count Luke Moore out of this one by any stretch. Luke Moore definitely has the experience. Obviously with Loughborough University as well. And if anything, Moore possibly in a better position. Being able to see Walker out in front of him, know exactly what the deficit is. Walker turns first, Moore second, Samuel Green going really, really well for Bassetlaw in lane 6. 4th place, Joel Harvey in lane 8. Then Jackson Crabb of the City of Leicester in lane 2. William Oxley, City of Leicester, lane 1. David Coyle, Nova Centurion in lane number 3. And Benjamin Mould in lane 7. This is where all those hours of training in the pool come into fruition. You've got to trust your training. The early mornings, the late nights, the gym sets. All for moments like this. At a regional championships. Can you put all that training into practice? So Walker now about 1.5 meters clear of Luke Moore, but that is still nothing. When we get to that final 20 laps, the final 500 meters, I'm sure you will see Moore go into another gear. Samuel Green holding on very, very well as well. Can't speak highly enough of the swimmer from Bassetlaw. What possesses anybody to put on a pair of swimming racing jammers and a pair of goggles and a hat and go, I know, I'll swim 1,500 meters. I've no idea. These guys are on another level in terms of psychological toughness. You could say the same for a 400 IM, you could say the same for a 200 fly, but equally, any race in the pool from a 53 all the way up requires a certain level of commitment, dedication, sacrifice. And I applaud any athlete at any level for the amount of training that they undertake. So 500 meters left then. Walker still ahead. Let's see if the race strategy of Luke Moore changes at all. On paper, Walker is 11 seconds quicker than Moore, but these racers aren't swum on paper, they're swum in the pool. And anything can happen over these final 18 lengths. 450 meters to go. Can Walker maintain that advantage? Luke Moore appears to have gone a little quicker with his stroke rate now, and he's pulling away from Sam Green. And he could well be closing on the leader. 400 meters to go then. 11:59, 12:03. It's a roundabout a 4-second advantage for Walker. But 4 seconds can evaporate very quickly at the end of a 1500. Sam Green still in third place. Fourth place, Joel Harvey out in lane 8. Fifth, William Oxley in lane 1. Sixth is David Coyle in 3. In fact, I've misread that because Jackson Crabb is up there in fourth place now. So Jackson Crabb, we mentioned him earlier on, the phenomenal swim he had last night in the 800. Jackson Crabb, the 14-year-old from the city of Leicester. He currently occupies fourth place, ahead of Harvey and Oxley. So the lead was 4 seconds for Walker 100 meters ago. Let's see what the advantage is at this turn. It looks from the naked eye to be similar. 300 to go. 13:04 for Walker. 13:08 for Moore, so it is still 4 seconds. Moore not gaining, but Walker not pulling away either. Jackson Crabb swimming a brilliant race, and we saw this last night. He came on strong in the final 300 meters of the 800, and Jackson Crabb has got Sam Green in his sights. Now that gap definitely is closed as Luke Moore goes to his legs a little bit more. The lead was 4 seconds. It's now just a second. 250 meters to go. I'm looking at the wrong lanes. I'm getting too excited up here. Oh dear. Apologies on the stream. Walker, in fact, has extended that lead fractionally. Calm down, calm down. As Daniel Walker passes his teammate David Coyle in lane 3, and that will have given Walker a little bit more of a boost. The lead looks to be about 4 seconds, if not maybe a fraction more with 200 to go. It is now 5 seconds the advantage of Walker over Moore. So when Walker hits the wall this time, he will see 150 meters to go. Jackson Crabb, keep your eye on him, trying to get Sam Green. And Daniel Walker now, the lead is 6 seconds. 5 lengths to go in this regional short course championships for 2025. Walker will go 4 lengths left at the end of this one. The lead was 6 seconds. Can Moore do anything about this in the final 4 lengths? Jackson Crabb now almost on the feet of Sam Green. And Jackson Crabb definitely an athlete to watch for the future in these 8 and 1500s. Final 2 lengths for Walker then. Walker's looked good, timed this race perfectly. He's going to be outside his entry time. but he's raced this one very well. Luke Moore trying to come back. Jackson Crabb takes the bell, as does Sam Green. And look at Jackson Crabb accelerate. But Daniel Walker is going to come in to take this East Midlands Regional 1500 senior title. Luke Moore will finish second. Can Jackson Crabb snatch third from Sam Green into the final 10 meters? Crabb seems to be there. Can Green fight back? It's going to be Sam Green takes third from Jackson Crabb. 0.5 of a second. Brilliant swim there from Green. But once again, Jackson Crabb comes out of nowhere in those final 500 meters. In to finish, David Coyle of Nova Centurion, and Ben Mould will come in as well. Big round of applause, Harvey Haddon, for all these 1500-meter swimmers. Huge congratulations.
Clear the pool, please, swimmers. Clear the pool.
So it won't have escaped your notice. We're having a short comfort break for our officials, and then we're going to get the 100-meter individual medley underway for the girls. Okay, then let's bring you the results of those 1500 meters, the official results. Junior results to begin with. In fact, yes, junior results to begin with. In third place for the City of Leicester, William Oxley. Second place for the City of Leicester, Jackson Crabb. And the champion for the juniors from Bassett Law, Sam Green. And the 17 years and over age group, in third place from Nova Centurion, David Coyle. Second place from Loughborough University, Luke Moore. And the regional champion for the 1500 meter senior title for 2025, Dan Walker.
This is a test start.
Okay, it looks like we're just about ready to go for the second part of session 3. We start things off with the female 100 IM, then move on to the open male 200 backstroke, then the 50 fly for the girls to finish off session 3 before we get on to our finals a little bit later. Here we go then, event 305, the female 100 meter individual medley, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Now, in my mind, there is nothing better than an individual medley, but 100 IM is a slightly different animal. Lane number 3, Caitlin Richmond from Repton, Elizabeth Martindale of Nova in 4, and Louth's Alicia Smith in lane 5. So just 4 lengths then, 1 length of each stroke. Usually the breaststroke makes all the difference on an IM, but I'm not sure today over 100 meter IM it's going to make that much of an impact. We'll see as they turn onto the breaststroke leg now in heat number 1. Elizabeth Martindale turns and surfaces first, but Caitlin Richmond of Repton is using that breaststroke effectively to give herself an advantage into the final turn. Richmond hits the wall first, ahead of Martindale. Can Martindale come back on the freestyle, or has Richmond done enough on that breaststroke leg? Alicia Smith there or thereabouts as well. 10 meters to go. Richmond in 3, Martindale in 4, and Martindale is definitely coming back. Who's going to get the touch? It is Elizabeth Martindale from Caitlin Richmond and Alicia Smith in 3rd. So the breaststroke worked for Richmond, but the freestyle worked for Martindale. Heat 2.
Take your marks.
Charlotte Seddon in 1 for Leander. Nottingham Leander, that is. Repton's Elsie Hatton in lane 2. Poppy Mason in 3 for Hinckley. Isabel Joyner in 4 for Daventry. Chesterfield's Maisie Wilkes in 5. Sky Holmes in 6 for Louth. And Elisa Giraud in 7 for Corby. Good fly leg by Elsie Hatton in lane number 2. Gives the advantage on the backstroke. She turns onto the breaststroke with a just about a body length advantage over Isabel Joyner in lane number 4. But a great underwater phase from Elisa Giraud in lane 7 puts her in contention. But now Maisie Wilkes using this breaststroke brilliantly well to put herself right up there into the final 25. So Elsie Hatton turns first in lane 2 for Repton. Charlotte Seddon of Nottingham Leander up there in 3rd place as well. But it looks like being Elsie Hatton of Repton who's going to take this from lane 5. Maisie Wilkes and Charlotte Seddon will take 3rd spot. Heat 3.
Take your marks.
Well, these are exciting. Beth Rebban of Corby in 1, Chloe Gent in 2 for the City of Leicester. Brantham's Lucy Willits in lane 3. Melinda Badenhorst in 4 for Corby. Kimberly Hayes, lane 5, Northampton. Corby's Bo Cunningham in 6. Sophie Cooksey in 7 for Louth. And Loughborough's Catherine Yates in lane 8. Kimberly Hayes and Bo Cunningham then leading the way, lanes 5 and 6 respectively. On to the breaststroke with those bucket turns for the two leaders. Let's see whether this breaststroke makes a difference this time. Well, Kimberly Hayes, she was leading as it was, but now the breaststroke, she's searing ahead. Chloe Gent in lane number 2 for the City of Leicester as well has got herself up into second place, courtesy of that breaststroke. And away they go then for the final 25 of heat number 3. Kimberly Hayes in lane 5, Chloe Gent in lane 2. It's going to be these two, 1 and 2. Who's going to take third place? It looks to be coming from Beth Rebban in lane number 1. Kimberly Hayes for Northampton from Chloe Gent and Beth Rebban, your 1, 2, 3. Heat 4.
Take your marks.
A full house in this one then again. Florence Senior, City of Leicester in 1. Evie Coburn, 2 for Melton Mowbray. Corby with Faye Eaton-Jones in 3. Isla Johnson, Belper Marlin in 4. Corby's Holly Coleman in 5. Lane 6 belongs to Emily Hewitt of Hinckley. Repton's Martha Manson in 7. And Calverton and Bingham's Abigail Archer, lane 8. Well, I missed that fly leg every single time reading the athletes out, but it looks as though Evie Coburn had the advantage going into the backstroke, and she's used that advantage to get herself in front as they start the breaststroke leg. So Evie Coburn in 2. Now coming back is Florence Senior in lane number 1 for the City of Leicester. But look at lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7, pretty much side by side as they turn for the final 25. Who's going to have the advantage going forward? It is Evie Coburn. So Coburn trying to fight off the charge of Florence Senior, and Florence Senior now in lane 1, neck and neck, but also Holly Coleman in lane number 5 there, as is Martha Manson in 7. It is Coleman from Coburn and Manson, the 1, 2, 3. Heat 5.
Take your marks.
Away we go again, thick and fast. These 100 IMs. Sophie Alonso in 1 for Cabs. Sarah Dew, Leicester Sharks in 2. Wellingboro's Alice Wallinger in 3. Summer Charita in lane 4. Alice May Downs in 5 for the City of Lincoln. Louth and Amelie Pearce in 6. Olivia Faustman 7 for the Leicester Sharks. And Sadie Llewellyn of Repton in lane 8. Well, not a lot between Sarah Dew and Summer Charita, lanes 2 and 4 respectively. Alice May Downs turns well as well onto the breaststroke. Sophie Alonso in lane 1 going really, really well. But the lead into the final 25 is going to come from lane number 5, Alice May Downs. She's going to hit the wall first and have that fraction of an advantage into the final freestyle leg. Alice May Downs then in 5, Summer Charita in 4. Lane number 2 is Sarah Dew from the Leicester Sharks. But it looks as though Alice May Downs will take this one. Who's going to get second spot? Well, lane 4, Summer Charita coming back like a train again. She's going to take second and Sarah Dew in third. Heat 6.
Take your marks.
Heat 6 of 9 underway. Aurelia Pavrisnovic of Repton in 1. Lola Holmshaw, Radford in 2. City of Leicester's Victoria Hudson in 3. Hannah Bruce in 4 for South Links. Grantham's Isla Gray in 5. Phoebe Morgan, lane 6 for Derby XL. Repton's Molly McGinley in 7. And Sophie Lane of the City of Leicester in lane 8. Molly McGinley then is going to be ahead at the halfway point of heat number 6. Beautiful turn by McGinley as well, getting herself some extra distance from the pack. But the City of Leicester's Victoria Hudson in lane 3, coming back strong. As is Phoebe Morgan in 6 and Hannah Bruce in 4. It's going to be down to those 4 into the final 25 meters. Phoebe Morgan gets the touch. Who's got the faster freestyle at the end of this 100? A brilliant turn from McGinley in lane 7. Seems to have put her in a commanding position. Molly McGinley, Repton, lane 7, going to take heat number 6. Second place is going to go to Phoebe Morgan, and third looks like going the way of Victoria Hudson. Heat 7.
Take your marks.
Only 3 heats remaining, and this is heat number 7. Anae Kirby, City of Leicester in 1. Charlotte Byron in 2 for Melton Mowbray. Louth with Olivia Anstey in 3. Isabel Lee in 4 for the University of Nottingham. City of Leicester's Janie Finch in 5. Maya Al-Mahalid in 6 for Repton. Alice Streeter 7 for the University of Nottingham. And Julia Josviak in lane 8 for Leicester Sharks. It's Isabel Lee turning first at the halfway stage. Onto the breaststroke with a body advantage over the field. But Alice Streeter with a beautiful turn in lane 7. And Janie Finch in lane 5 as well, going strong. These 3 lead the field at the moment. Next best is Louth with Olivia Anstey in lane 3. But turning for home with 15 meters to go, it is Isabel Lee of the University of Nottingham from Janie Finch, City of Leicester, and then third place looks to be going the way of lane 7's Alice Streeter. 1:03.92 the winning time for Isabel Lee. On to heat 6. Sorry, that'll be heat 8.
Take your marks.
These IMs have been so good, I wanted to repeat them and more and more and more, but on to heat 8 we go. Lane number 1 is Alice Ball from Market Harborough. Repton in lanes 2 to 7. Maisie Lee Simpson in 2, Macy Brow in 3, Holly Waymond in 4, Katie Schillinger in 5, Isabella Parsons Loads in 6, and Annabelle Blackbird in lane 7. And then Holly Gent, representing the City of Leicester, goes in lane number 8. It is Kate Schillinger in lane 5, leading the way from Macy Brow, the first 2 to turn. Holly Waymond up in the mix as well onto the breaststroke in lane number 4. These 3 out and clear. Isabella Parsons Loads in lane 6, trying to make up ground on the breaststroke as well, but it is going to be lane 3's Macy Brow with a brilliant 25 on the breaststroke, who turns for home with the advantage. Brow then, she's got half a body length lead over her teammate Holly Waymond. Can Waymond make any indents? Well, Kate Schillinger is doing in lane 5, but it will be Macy Brow holding on from Waymond and Schillinger. Final heat is heat 9. Lane 1 belongs to Sian Headley of Nova. Kettering's Emily Batchelor in 2. Grace Wingham in 3 for Corby. Anna Farr, Loughborough Uni in 4. Darcy Platts in 5 for the City of Leicester. Repton in 6, 7 and 8 then. Connie Renard in 6. Holly Jocelyn in 7 and Ayla Coletta in lane 8. And at the midway mark of this one, it's Anna Farr. Loughborough University turns first. 29.69 for Farr, under 30 seconds for the Loughborough University athlete. 30.43 turns second with Grace Wingham, and Connie Renard in third place on a 39.5. And Anna Farr continues to lead into the final 25. She's used that breaststroke to perfection after a good first 50 meters. Can Anna Farr hold off the challenge of Darcy Platts? Well, with 7 meters to go, it sure looks like it. Can Darcy Platts hold off the challenge of Grace Wingham? It's going to be close, that one, but she does. Farr in first, Platts second, and Grace Wingham in third place in Heat 9.
Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool.
And that concludes our heats for the female 100 meter individual medley. And we move on to the serenity, some might say, of the open male 200 meter backstroke, but I'm sure the swimmers wouldn't call it that sort of event. 7 heats of this before we round out this session with the female 50 fly. So let's move on to event 306, the open male 200 meter backstroke, heat 1.
Take your marks.
200 backstroke underway. 8 lengths, 7 heats, 3 competitors in this first heat. Lane 3 belongs to Robbie Duff of Lincoln Vulcan, Jack Robertson of Corby in lane number 4, and George Howard, the City of Leicester, in lane 5. So we come up to the midway point then at this turn for heat number 1. Nothing to choose between any of these 3 athletes. George Howard, City of Leicester, possibly going to get his feet over quickest by a 1/10 of a second from Jack Robertson, and himself just a second ahead of Robbie Duff. 4 to go in heat 1. Into the final 2 lengths then for this first heat. And Howard continues his assault. Jack Robertson still second and Robbie Duff in third place. But Robertson definitely in striking distance, as is Robbie Duff, in fact, as they turn for the final time. 5 meters to go then, and George Howard is going to take this one, but only just. Is he going to get the touch, in fact? He does. 9/100ths of a second quicker than Robbie Duff, with Jack Robertson in third.
Clear the pool, please, swimmers, clear the pool.
Heat 2.
Take your marks.
Lane 1 belongs to Theo Black of the Leicester Sharks. Ching Leung in 2 for Nottingham Leander. Radford's Oliver Smith in 3. Daniel Street of Bramcote in 4. Grantham's Jacob Fish in lane 5. Daniel Heppelston lane 6 for the City of Lincoln. Bassett Law's Jacob Harness in 7. And Melton Mowbray's William Burdock in lane 8. It is Burdock who goes out quickest over the first 50. Midway point approaching then, and Burdock still going well, but now Oliver Smith and Daniel Street find themselves at the front of the field with 4 to go. Daniel Street then ahead of Oliver Smith. 50 meters remaining. These two going to turn within 4/10 of each other. Daniel Street looks to be in a good position to hold off Oliver Smith. But what does Smith have down the final 30 meters? Jacob Fish of Bramcote in 3rd place in lane 5. But Daniel Street, Bramcote Swimming Club, going to take heat number 2 from Oliver Smith of Radford. And coming through to take 3rd place looks like Jacob Harness in lane 7, depending on the touch. No, Burdock just touches him out by 6/100ths of a second.
Clear the pool by the side, please, swimmers, clear the pool by the sides.
Heat 3.
Take your marks.
Logan Day, Repton in 1, Matteo Monaco in 2 for South Links, Leighton Anderson Snowden in 3 for Louth, Deepings James Cash in 4, Colville with James Hockey in 5, Matthew Tonkinson Louth in 6, Nova's Oliver Shooter in lane 7, and Gabriel Corbett goes in lane 8 for the City of Leicester. So as these guys settle into this one, let's bring you the finalists for the female 100 metres individual medley. Junior finalists to begin with: Holly Gent, City of Leicester; Molly McGinley, Repton; Janie Finch, City of Leicester; Macy Brow, Repton; Kate Schillinger of Repton; Isabella Parsons Loads, Repton; Alice May Downs of City of Lincoln; and Isla Coletta of Repton. Reserve finalists: Victoria Hudson, City of Leicester; and Elsie Hatton of Repton. The senior finalists: Alice Streeter, University of Nottingham; Grace Wingham, Corby; Holly Waymond, Repton; Isabel Lee, University of Nottingham; Anna Farr, Loughborough University; Darcy Platts of the City of Leicester; Connie Renard, Repton; Alice Ball of Market Harborough; and the reserve finalists: Phoebe Morgan, Derby Excel; and Olivia Anstey of Louth. Right, let's get back into heat number 3 then. And it's Matteo Monaco with the lead. In the blue hat of South Lincolnshire. Very close for second place. James Hockey looks like he's going to turn first ahead of Leighton Anderson Snowden. But no doubt, I don't think at this stage about the winner of heat number 3. That's going to be Matteo Monaco of South Lincolnshire in lane 2. As he comes down the final 15 meters. 10 to go then. Monaco clear. Who's going to take second? Well, James Hockey looks favourite for that, but keep an eye on Oliver Shooter in lane 7 coming through fast. He could nick third. He does. Hockey second, Oliver Shooter third. The winning time, 2:14.07 for Matteo Monaco.
Thank you, swimmers. Leave the pool by the sides, please. Leave the pool by the sides.
Heat 4.
Take your marks.
Lane 1 is Marshall Golder of Hinckley. Corby with Lorenzio Silan in 2. Corey Butteroquamba in 3 for Bassett Law. Jack Bignell, Northampton in lane 4. Harry Lucas in 5 for the City of Leicester. Etwall's Danny Barron in lane 6. Tom Townsend in 7 for Repton. And lane 8 is Arnold's Mari Kane. So this one, other than Lorenzio Silan in lane number 2, who had an incredible 800-meter swim last night, very, very close across the board. Silan is going to turn in the lead. But I'm not quite sure who's second at the moment. Maybe Harry Lucas of the City of Leicester in lane 5. Lorenzio Silan continues to lead, but Lucas is edging his way back into this one, as is Jack Bignell in lane 4. So does Sealan have enough to hold off this late charge of Lucas in 5, Bignell in 4? Ten meters to go. Sealan still just about in front. But I tell you what, Harry Lucas is doing his best to try and nick this one on the wall. Sealan just takes it by 0.3 of a second over Harry Lucas, with Jack Bignell in 3rd place.
Thank you, swimmers. Leave the pool by the sides, please. Leave the pool by the sides.
Heat 5.
Take your marks.
We get into the final 3 seeded heats. Cole Webster in 1 for Derby XL, Finn Arnold, Repton in 2, Konstantinos Hadjikons, University of Nottingham in 3, Repton's Austin Manley in 4, Repton's Martin Iankov in 5, Repton's Dominic Bartoletti in 6, Zach Heidel in 7 for Derby XL, and lane 8, Jack Smith of the City of Leicester. What a start Cole Webster has had from Derby XL in lane number 1. He's obviously got the mindset of taking this one out as fast as he can and seeing if he can hold on. Still in the lead as they approach the halfway point. But Martin Iankov of Repton in lane 5 now begins to push. Austin Manley just head and shoulders into 3rd place in lane 4, ahead of his teammate Finn Arnold in lane 2. But at the midway mark, it is Cole Webster by 0.7 of a second over Martin Iankov. Hard enough to swim in these heats, let alone from lane 1, trying to book yourself a place in the final. And after that last turn, Iankov is level with Cole Webster, but Webster's still holding on. 50 meters to go at this turn. Manley in 3rd place currently. Iankov does get his feet over before Cole Webster, with Manley in 3rd. And now after that underwater work from Martin Iankov, he finds himself clear of Cole Webster from Derby XL in lane 1. Can Webster hold on to a top 3 finish? Manley turns in 3rd place, but his underwater is very good as well. Martin Iankov then with 12 meters to go. Iankov from Webster. Manley coming back in the final 7 meters. It is going to be Martin Iankov. Can Cole Webster hold on for second? Yes, he can. Austin Manley in 3rd place, 207.0 for Webster. 209.75 is Webster's entry time. We'll see if that is good enough to put him into the senior final a little bit later.
Clear the pool by the side, please. Swimmers, clear the pool by the sides.
Heat 6.
Take your marks.
So just before I get into this one, can we have any female athletes for the 50 fly to the stewards, please? Female athletes for event 307, the 50-meter butterfly, to our stewards. Off we go then with heat number 6. Dylan Jameson, Derby XL in 1. Ben Carlisle in 2 for Grantham. Carlos Sierra Villegas in 3 for Chesterfield. Finn Brookhoven in 4, Loughborough University. Finley Caudle, Repton in 5. Jacob Pemberton, Derby XL in 6. Finley Dare in 7 for Corby, and Northampton's Jack Hurry in lane number 8. They come to the midway mark of heat number 6 then. And Finn Brookhaven of Loughborough University leads the way. Final 50-meter turn then, and Brookhoven has this one pretty much wrapped up. But look at the battle between Carlos Villegas in 3, Finley Caudle in 5, Jacob Pemberton in 6, and Finley Dare in 7, and Jack Hurry there in 8 as well. So those 5 athletes all battling for second place behind Finn Brookhaven. He's going to take heat number 6 and hopefully book his place in the final a little bit later on tonight. 2:02.4 for Brookhaven. Second place goes to Pemberton with a 2:04.7, and third, Carlos Villegas, 2:05.
Thank you so much. Leave the pool by the sides, please. Leave the pool by the sides.
Heat 7.
Take your marks.
So our final heat then, lane 1, Joe Helps from Repton. Corby's Tyler Holliman in 2. Oliver Cunningham in lane 3 from Loughborough Uni. Luke Greenbank, lane 4, Loughborough Uni. Dom Simpson, Loughborough Uni in 5. Ethan Randall, Corby in 6. Eden Rowe, Northampton in 7. And Ruben Hubinger in Repton, from Repton in 8. And look at Olympic silver medalist, world champion, European champion, Luke Greenbank in lane number 4, taking this field apart from the first 25 meters. Not every day you get to see an Olympian of Luke Greenbank's stature competing at a regional event. But beautiful to see him in the pool. Let's have a look at the battle for second place. Oliver Cunningham in lane 3, working hard against Dom Simpson in lane 5. Luke Greenbank obviously going to take this one and qualify for the final later on, and we would have thought qualified fastest, looking so smooth with 25 meters to go. Who's going to take second place? Will it be Cunningham in lane 3? Will it be Simpson in lane 5? Just for reference, Luke Greenbank's down as a 1:52 for this. 1:52.29 is his entry time. Let's see how close he can get to that as he turns for the final 50 meters. So over a 200-meter event, to be nearly 10 meters ahead with 25 to go is some feat. Oliver Cunningham in lane 3 holds the advantage for second place at the minute because Luke Greenbank comes into the final 4 meters and he's going to stop the clock on a 1:55.7. Oliver Cunningham, Loughborough University, looks to be taking second place from his teammate Dom Simpson. It's a Loughborough Uni 1-2-3. Fourth place to Tyler Holliman. Fifth goes to Ethan Randall. Joe helps in 6th. Hubinger and Rowe wrap up the final heat of the 200 backstroke. We go straight on to event 307, the female 50-meter butterfly, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Okay then, first heat of our final event today, Rose Webb, Northampton in lane 3. Emily Pierce, Louth in 4, and Cabs Fern Goodman in lane 5. In fact, just the 2 swimmers then. Emily Pierce in 4 and Fern Goodman in 5 as they come into the final 10. And it looks like Goodman's going to take heat number 1. Nine heats in total of this 50 fly for the girls to secure their place in the final a little bit later on this evening. Heat 2.
Take your marks.
Heat number 2 underway then. Maisie Matthews, Louth in lane 2. Isabel Rose, lane 3 for Leicester Penguins. John Fields, Ava Olovich in 4. Evie Coburn 5 for Melton Mowbray. Sophia Reeder, City of Leicester in 6. Reptons, Ella Bourne in lane 7. Final 5 meters then, and lane number 5, Evie Coburn should be taking this one. She does, from Isabel Rose and Ella Bourne. Heat 3.
Take your marks.
Sarah Dew in 1, Alice Streeter 2, Dorothy Plumpton in 3, lane 4, Alice Ball, lane 5, Emily Talks, Maisie Lee Simpson in 6, Sky Holmes 7, and Olivia Faustman in lane 8. Seven meters to go then. This is very difficult to call. Could be lane 4, Alice Ball. It is 33.5, Alice Streeter 2nd and Dorothy Plumpton in 3rd. Heat 4.
Take your marks.
On Martha Manson in 2, Katie Maloney in 3, Charlotte Callahan-Wetton in 4, lane 5, Amy Willits, lane 6, McKinley Ray Cotton, Annabelle Blackbird in 7, and Catherine Yates in lane 8. Into the wall we go. First goes to Katie Maloney, McKinley Cotton in 2nd, and Charlotte Callahan-Wetton takes 3rd. Heat 5.
Take your marks.
Emily Hewitt in 1, Effie Chapman 2, Katie Snell 3, Holly Coleman in 4. Lane 5 is Elsie Hatton, 6 Holly Hale, 7 Isla Johnson, and Emily Batchelor goes in lane 8. 15 to go then already in this one, and Holly Coleman with the lead. Again, another tight battle for second place, but Coleman will take this. Maybe second is going to go to lane 5's Elsie Hatton. It does, with Effie Chapman of Nova in third. Heat 6.
Take your marks.
Grace Wingham in 1, Anae Kirby in 2, Olivia Anstey in 3, lane 4 is Arabella Green, lane 5 Connie Renard, Olivia McCall in 6, 7 is Anna Clark, and Molly McGinley goes in 8. And with 10 to go, it looks like Arabella Green leading the pack from Connie Renard. Arabella Green will get the touch from Renard. Who's third going to go to? Olivia McCall in lane 6. Repton 1, 2, 3 in heat number 6. Heat 7.
Take your marks.
Olivia Beard in 1, Lucy Turner 2, Maya Al-Mohammed in 3, Shola Robinson 4, lane 5 Miley Aram, Lydia Caudle in 6, Asma Lafalia in 7, and Janie Finch goes in lane 8. Final 5 meters then in lane 4, Shola Robinson leading the way. She gets the touch from Maya Al-Mohammed and Lucy Turner. Heat 8.
Take your marks.
Heat number 8 then underway. Penultimate heat of this one. Victoria Hudson 1, Eve Doherty 2, Mably Collier in 3, Georgie Pryor in 4, 5, Eloise Cole, Lucia Leslie in 6, Connie Bunhiji in 7, and Macy Brower in 8. And the win of this one is going to go to Georgie Pryor. The second of our seeded heats, Georgie Pryor of Derby XL, 26.91, winning by a second and a half on a 50 over Eloise Coyle and Mably Collier. And the final heat of this session is heat number 9.
Take your marks.
Here we go then, final seeded heat. Laura Trehan in 1, Holly Jocelyn 2, May Singer in 3. Lane 4 is Betsy Wizard, 5 Isabel Lee. Katie Schillinger in lane 6, Millie Wells in 7, and Holly Waymond in lane 8. Surfacing first then from lane 6 is Kate Schillinger. But now powering her way through from lane 5, Isabel Lee. Can Schillinger get the touch, or will it be Isabel Lee? It is Lee from Schillinger with Betsy Wizard in 3rd place. And that concludes our heats. We'll be able to bring you the finalists from those heats very shortly. Let's bring you the finalists for the Open Male 200 backstroke. Junior finalists Lorenzio Sealand, Dominic Bartoletti, Finn Dare, Jacob Pemberton, Jack Hurry, Austin Manley, Finn Arnold and Harry Lucas, with reserves Joe Helps and Ruben Hubinger. And then the senior finalists, Cole Webster, Carlos Villegas, Oliver Cunningham, Finn Brookhaven, Dom Simpson, Martin Iankov, Tyler Holliman, and surprisingly enough, Luke Greenbank, with the reserve finalists Finley Caudle and Dylan Jameson. So those finals will kick off a little bit later this evening. Just got the finalists to bring you for those 50 flies. So the finals are due to begin at 5:45 this evening, and we start things off with the 200 freestyle for the open males.